Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video I've got a few new bits from CATRICE. I ordered these bits from a website called Notino. I think that's how you say it. And as I was checking out, like going through the checkout on the website, I was like, is this a scam website? Didn't really think very much else of it. And then the products turned up, so I can confirm, although the website looks a little bit suspicious, the products turned up, they're here, and I'm going to be testing them out for you today. So the products that I picked up are the new METAFACE eyeshadow palette. And if I just open this up, you tell me, what is this inspired by? Like that bright pop of blue and the lilac, the shape of the palette, not necessarily the design of it, but the shape of the palette and like the colours. REM Beauty, who I'm going to be testing it today. Definitely very interested in that blue shade, that bright blue. A little bit of me. I also got the Soft Glam Filter Powder. Now this is one of the ones that has like multiple shades in it. I just open that up, you might be able to see. And I am so picky with powders, so I'll report back on that one as well. And I also got the Air Blush Glow. Now this is in the shade 050 Berry Haze, and this doesn't look like it has any sort of glow in it. So I'm going to be using this one first. I will use this, then the powder, and then I'll do some swatches for the eyeshadow palette so that we can see what the colours actually show up like. But yeah, this looks like it has no glow in it at all. I love a glowy blush, so I'm hoping that it has, despite the fact that it looks like it has none. That smells like donuts. You know, like the kind of sugar-covered powdered donuts that you get at the seaside? That smells like that. I'm not sure I like that scent. Ooh, that's quite strong as well. I feel like I can still smell it in my nose. I'm not sure I like that scent. So I've got some on my brush there, and let's see, does this have any sort of glow to it? How pigmented are we talking here? Not very pigmented. Let's see if I can build it up. So obviously I've already got like the rest of my makeup on. I did use a few CATRICE products if you are at all interested. I used the True Skin foundation and the CATRICE Holiday Skin powder bronzer. I thought I may as well just skip over those products and get to the new bits, because that's the interesting stuff. Okay, the colour is building up nicely, and it has got a very slight luminosity to it. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's glowy though. It's a soft glow. It's less than what I normally like. It's nice. It's a very, very nice colour. I do like the colour of it. I like the undertone of it, despite the fact that this was, I think they had a couple of shades and this was the darkest one. It's showing up nicely on my skin tone. I don't know how much it would show up on a deeper skin tone, but I do like it. I wonder if you perhaps had a slightly deeper skin tone, you could just dip into the deeper shade in here, but then like you're wasting half of the product. I'm not sure. It looks really nice and smooth on the skin, like it's blending out and also building up really easily. It looks really nice on the skin. I'm always a little bit wary because like I am very aware that I am very pale, so obviously colours are going to show up differently on my skin tone than they will on other skin tones. Obviously that's like the point, but like for this being the deepest tone that was available on the website at the time that I was on there, I'm not sure how this would show up. So then on to the Soft Glam Filter powder. I will say I don't necessarily feel like I need powder, but I do want to try this out. Let me just start by swirling my finger into the product. So it doesn't seem to be like mixing the colours together. Why is that just straight up white? Like the chalkiest white. Let me see if I can, because if this is going to look awful, I'm not going to put it on my skin. That looks like a highlight. That just looks like a straight up highlight, and it's like pressed onto my finger there, and I didn't press hard. I mean, you will have seen how yes, I went round a few times, but I wasn't pressing very hard. I was only pressing lightly, and that looks just like a highlight. So do I take a highlight brush and just, I think I'm going to do that instead of, I was going to put that like under my eyes, but I don't think I want to do that. We're not doing well so far, Catrice. Okay. So I've got a Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to very lightly swirl into that. And there's a ton of fallout, and I'm really, really tapping off the brush there. And let's see. I'm just going to use this like a highlight basically, because yeah, it's glowy. I'm glad I didn't like set the face with that, because like I say, I didn't need it anyway. But that is a really soft highlight. I'm not sure. I mean, it's nice as a highlight, but why advertise it as a setting powder or like a finishing powder? So it says that it's a complexion perfecting face powder, creates a radiant finish and soft focus effect, balancing mix of tones for a healthy look, fits all skin tones. I don't agree, because it's showing up white on my skin tone, and like I say, if it's gonna show up white on anybody's skin tone, it's gonna be a deeper skin tone, but it's showing up white on me, so I'm not sure. Okay, so now that the rest of the face is done, I'm quickly just going to do my lips before I move on to the eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with the Catrice Plumping Lip Liner in 040 Starring Roll, and the Powerful Liquid Lip Balm in Pearly Peach. So I will go off and do that, and then we can do some swatches for the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so like I say, I'm going to do some swatches for the eyeshadow palette, and I'll do them in real time so that you can see how they actually perform. I'll start at this side and I'll go along. So, ooh, that second shade is like balm. Like, I wouldn't say that it's like a cream, but it's like a Vaseline-y sort of a lip balm texture. That's quite strange in an eyeshadow palette. So number one, number two, that like lip balmy one, that's got a really nice shift to it, but on the eyes I'm not so sure. And then number three, which is a matte. The first one was a shimmer. That pink isn't showing up as much as I thought it would, that matte one. Okay, it is showing up on the second coat, like the second layer. That first shade is really pretty. I'm not sure about the lip balmy sort of a texture. That matte pastel green looks incredible. I really hope that that is going to, oh yes, show up as much as that. I'm 100% using that shade today. That is incredible. Then the next two are like shimmery foils. They look really reflective. Yes, very nice. And then the last four, we've got that matte lilac shade, which again is showing up really nicely. And then the next three are like duochromy, or I think that they are like duochromy sort of foily finishes. Really, really pretty. I do feel like, as much as I love that green, like greeny blue, I do feel like that feels out of place. Like the rest of them are quite sort of pinky, but I like that it's like that pop of colour. I don't know what I'm going to do today. Who would have thought I was going to say that? I'm going to start, however, by putting a little bit of the Beauty Bay eye base down so that we've got a tacky base for all of this colour to stick to, because I've already done the rest of my face. And usually when I'm testing out a new eyeshadow palette, I like to do the eyes first, but I didn't think that far ahead, so we're just going to go with caution. So that is the eyeshadow primer all tapped in, and I think what I'm going to do is do like the purpley shades on the outer and the inner corner and do sort of a halo spotlight eye with that blue down the middle, maybe with a shimmer of some sort over the top. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm going to start with quite a small brush, and I'm just going to dip straight into that lilac matte shade with like a pencil brush. I will zoom you in. One moment, let me just tap this in here. So I'm just tapping that pencil brush into that matte purple shade, and I'm going to stamp this on the inner corner and the outer corner and really build up that colour. That's showing up really nicely. Then I'm just going in with a fluffier brush into, oh gosh, I nearly dropped it then, into the slightly lighter pink shade, and I'm just going to blend out the edges with that one, and I'll almost like go across the crease there. I'll just put that blue down the centre. Those two are blending together really nicely. I'm going to put that lighter pink under the eyes as well. Oh, but not in my eye, ideally. I feel like those are showing up so nicely. Because they're pastel-y, I don't know how much they're going to show up on camera, but apart from all of that powder that I just got into my eye, I feel like that's looking really nice. I'm going to just use my finger and I'm going to pack on that blue down the centre. Yes, I definitely should have done my eyes first. Never mind, we live and we learn. Okay, so there was quite a bit of fallout, but it has just brushed away. It hasn't like stayed, and I feel like the blue has stayed really, really nice and intense, even where I've like blended it into the purple. I don't know which shimmer to use. I mean, in terms of colour, I'm instantly drawn to that second one, but I don't know like how that's gonna look. Like that still feels sticky, and I don't know how that's gonna go over the top of powder. Like that just feels a little bit strange in the palette. Like, should I put that on first? In case you don't know, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I don't actually know how to do makeup. I'm just making this whole thing up as I go along. What do I want to use? I don't know. I think, you know what, we're here. Let's just take a little bit of that second shade, and I'm going to try and tap that over the top of the blue. I don't think I love that. It's not doing anything bad. Well, it is. It's dulling down the blue, and I liked how intense that blue was looking, and it is lifting it up ever so slightly as well. So I'm going to I'm going to just tap over the top with some more of that blue. Revert back. Let's pretend that that didn't happen. Okay, actually no, you know what? Because there was that tackiness from that second shade in, it's making that blue more intense. So happy accident, but I wouldn't recommend putting that shade over the top. So I don't know how I would use a shade like that. Let me just sit and blend this for a little while now. Try and fix it. I'm just going to take quite a dense flat sort of a brush. I'm going to dip into that first shade, which was like a light sort of champagne-ish sort of shimmery shade, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of that directly down the centre of the blue, just to add a little bit of dimension. And then I think I'm going to stop fiddling. I'm going to do a wing. Yeah, I like how that looks. I'm going to just walk away. I'm going to do a wing. I'm using the Catrice Brush Ink Tattoo Liner, waterproof. This is one of my favourite liquid liners. It really does last all day. It lasts so incredibly well, and it's really easy to get a very black line very quickly. It's very user friendly. So I also just put a little bit of mascara on to finish the eye look, and I really like how it's turned out. The colours are definitely very pigmented, very blendable. There's definitely some other ones, like I don't feel like this is necessarily a very autumnal look. Obviously, if this is the sort of makeup that you like to wear in autumn, then you do you. I like a slightly deeper, you know, more autumnal, like classically autumnal look. This is definitely like spring summer for me, so but I do feel like there's definitely some colours that I can utilise now. I really like the look of this one especially. Like, it's got a very unique sort of shift to it. Really like the look of that one. I feel like it was a little bit of a process getting here, especially with that second shade that's like Vaseline. Not sure I love that, but overall I feel like they were very easy to use if you're wanting a dupe for the Ariana one and REM, sorry, and you're specifically drawn to like the lilac and the blue so that you can do this sort of a look. I feel like these are great. Like, this has turned out really nicely. I really like how that looks. We'll also just show you and point out that highlight finishing powder, soft focus setting powder thing. It looks really nice as a highlight. It's definitely subtle. It's definitely like not the blinding Seen from Outer Space highlight that I normally enjoy, but as a highlight, yes, it's a highlight, not a setting powder. And also, final thoughts on the blush. If you're wanting something that's this sort of colour, if you're wanting something that's going to give you this sort of colour on the cheeks and you have my sort of skin tone, it's nice. I like it. I don't like that it says glow on it, because none of this glow has come from the blush. All of this glow has come from the soft focus setting powder, soft glam filter powder. All of the glow on my cheeks has come from this, not the blush. I like the colour. I'm not mad at the colour at all. Will 100% carry on using it, but glow is a little bit of a stretch. So let me know, do you have any of these products as well? Let me know what you think of them. If there's any other new releases that you'd like to see reviewed here, then do let me know. If you are new here, then hello, my name is Millie. I am posting 31 new videos in October. I normally post 3 times a week, on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday, but at the minute I'm posting every single day. So if you want a little notification every time I post a new video, you can subscribe down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye!